So the Gouf VD. This suit is probably one of the most aggressive blues at its cost. It has 3 levels, if I remember correctly, ranging between levels cost, I should say, 300 to 400. Its best costs are 300, 350, where it can easily dominate its competition at 400 cost. It is rivaled and challenged by a lot of other general types that do its job better, like the BD2, not BD2, BD3, the more Gilgoog start popping up, like the Gilgoog BD, the ground type Gilgoog BD, which is literally just a better, more effective Gouf BD. But in this video, we're going to talk about the Gouf BD. Um, my build with it is basically all out health, anti-melee, melee damage, brawling suit as what this suit excels in. So going into it, I use a giant bazooka because the machine gun is a suboptimal weapon for how this suit needs to play. You're looking for the stagger, melee, engage. It uses the Gouf, this special heat saber for the suit, the Gouf VD heat saber. It shares very decent speed, but it has unique animations for its neutral and down swings, which will show in the video. Um, it has a heat rod it has an enhanced heat rod that basically is a heavy stagger. Um, it has hand gatlings instead of finger guns, finger Vulcans, so it's something a quality that it kind of shares with the Gouf Custom. Sorry for my misspeaking right now. I don't know what's up with that. It has a shield. Normally for level 2, I run Enhanced Melee Program level 2 and 3. I run Health Parts level 1 and 4. I run a level 1 shooting program just to fill in slots. I run level 2 anti-melee, and I run the level 1 new model frame. So its skills are leg shock absorber level 2, so as you can see, takes less stress on the legs. Quick boost level 2, good. But this is where it starts getting really crazy. At all levels, the Gouf VD has emergency evasion system level 2, which means if you have enough boost in your thrust bar, you can dodge roll twice. Yes, twice. That means you can easily make yourself look like you're out of boost to somebody who does not know how this suit operates, and you could dodge roll away from something, and they'll come in for the melee, and you can tackle them. And they will probably be really shocked, and they might think you're cheating if they're newer to the game and they don't understand that suits will have emergency evasion level 2 if they haven't seen it before. So it's a really nice skill to have. It can also be used to get you out of very sticky situations, allow you to outplay a lot more complex situations. You are able to 1v2 a lot easier in the suit given its skill setup along with its tools. So it's really good. It's got balancer, um, melee combo controller, level 1, so it's got 2 swings. And really fun thing, it has an anti-blast stabilizer. So if you are in a 2v1, you knock and you do end up finishing somebody off, the blast on the mobile suit will not stagger you, which is really nice. You can see the level 2 DP exchange requirements are 3 large diamonds, as I like to call it, level 1, aka Master Sergeant number 1. It's a 2-star rarity suit, and since it is able to be bought in the DP exchange, you can no longer roll it through gacha. It has ground topography, as all ghosts do. I'm assuming that. Don't quote me on that. And I've sorted in this one like 35 times. I used it in ranked. It is probably like when ranked is at 350 cost. This is probably one of the best suits you can possibly pick to possibly solo carry a game or save your team from some nonsense. Um, So let's get into some practice, huh? Let's do it up. We'll set it for 350. We'll put down the time for 15 minutes. We'll keep the AI off, but we'll just run it back on port base. This suit is kind of good on no matter what the map is, as long as you're able to get in close. So keeping that in mind, let's run this Gouf VD. We'll go over like its main combo, some of the other tricks you could probably pull off with it. It, it's very gimmicky. It's not really gimmicky, I should say. It is very strong, but it could be very telegraphical if you know how the suit can and might operate. So unlike all the other Goufs, it has a reliable stun with the giant bazooka as its optional weapon. Granted, it can use the Zaku machine gun with the grenade launcher, but 6 shots that you can shoot back to back versus 1 grenade launcher shot, this is a lot better of an option for melee suits. So essentially, one of the main things you could do here, so we're just gonna lock down this gym command right here, right? So this is its main combo, which I'm gonna explain to you right now before I do it, and we'll do it in practice. You're gonna shoot with the giant bazooka, try and get the stagger, switch to the heat rod, hit them with the heat rod, and go in for a downswing or complete the full melee combo, as I will demonstrate. As you can see, the melee combo is a 2-step melee combo. The first step is dash with a swing afterwards. As long as you hit somebody with the dash, they get knocked down. But the thing is, if you are tackled at any point during your animation, it counts as a counter. Going back to the combo steps, is the reason why you expend a lot of your resources on one thing is because you do basically a lot more damage. And if I was just to, hit him with the bazooka, go for the melees, I do damage, but the heat rod does also a considerable amount of damage. Adding that onto it, if you actually manage to hit him with the heat rod, they're not going to escape. They're going to have to sit there and actually deal with the bullshit you're about to throw at them. Easy enough said. The fact that the downswing is such a large lunge with the finishing off side swing means that you can be at a max range for your heat rod, hit it, and just downswing and still get the hit, or at least a hit and a knockdown, which will allow you to reposition, set it all up again, and by the time they're up, your heat rod's ready to go again. Rinse, repeat. That is basically your bread and butter combo for this suit when you're trying to lock down somebody 1v1. Granted, in a 2v1 situation, you might not be able to land a heat rod all the time, but the bazooka still is a very good effective stun weapon. You can, you do your normal bazooka, neutral swing, downswing combo as well. If you saw my free knocked video, the large downswing range with the down is somewhat abusable. With the Gouf VD, you can use it to kind of just, clear a corner, because how the end animation is for the downswing means that you can possibly swing around a corner like that and knock somebody over. I'll show off how double dodge roll works. Essentially, I have a full boost bar, but I have no cooldown bar on my screen. So if I roll once, it doesn't consume my entire bar, which it leaves me with a little bit, which means if you boost, you will overheat yourself. So be careful of that. But essentially, say if this GM command was coming at me from melee, right? I dodge roll back, he's going to boost forward, I'm just going to tackle, because he's going to be right in the melee. That's a bait out. And since I'm going to tackle him and it might succeed, I get my whole boost bar back, which means I can just rinse repeat that, and I get out of there if I need to, if I'm getting 2v1'd. This suit is obviously a very strong suit. The heat rod goes through maneuver armor. It will stagger through maneuver armor. Basically how maneuver armor works is, if it's a heavy stagger, it'll go through, but it will reduce the stagger to a light stagger. Your normal, just, getting hit with your neutral swing kind of stagger. But how you can really just screw everybody is you wait for their maneuver armor, and they have to land off their boost, shoot them, the good old song and dance, and go. As you can notice, if you get yourself caught on any sort of immovable object in your downswing, it doesn't cancel your downswing, but the thing is, it'll keep you in place so you can easily land the second part of it much easier. Your neutral swing has a hard time hitting enemies on the ground if they have a low profile, so it's kind of hard. But like most suits, since the feet of mobile suits are so big, if you aim for their feet, you're almost guaranteed to hit. If they're on their side, aim for their shoulders, so on and so forth. You want to aim your camera at the most elevated part of the down to enemy mobile suits. You can use your shield as a method to tank when you're in close quarters. just note when you're going in with the suit, you're going in, and there's basically no stopping yourself. That downswing is going to get you into a situation you might not want to be in, and it's also going to be the easiest way for you to get yourself killed. Just remember that. This suit is somewhat of a moderate skill floor. It's a simple concept. But the thing is, the execution can be completely affected by your timing and the familiarity you have with your weapon wheel. So that's why I don't rank it as a true beginner suit, but as somebody who has experience in this game. But yeah, this is the Gouf ED. Um, it's a very fun suit. I recommend you purchase it because it is a very carry heavy suit and very fun, very outplay potential. You know, you want to look like a god. This suit could do that. Yeah, how many suits you want to see in a future video and or anything I missed out for the Gouf VD, let me know in the comments. And this has been Pyro, aka Grandy Warrior, signing out.